We're in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico at the Sunscape Resort and Spa. We purchased the all-inclusive rooms. Did we like it and what's really included? Some things might surprise you, so stay tuned as we answer. Are all-inclusive resorts worth it in Mexico? Sunscape and most of the hotels here in Vallarta all have amazing views and they're right on the beach. We were on the 17th floor and enjoyed probably the best view I have ever had at a resort. Also, the large rooms will keep you comfy and they offer everything you need. So we are getting some of the best views. As you can see, the beach down here, the ocean, you got the Bay of Banderas over here, Puerto Vallarta. You got the jungles in the background over there. We arrived last night, very late, super late. It was, and even at night, just stunning views of all the lights in the distance of the bay. But this morning when we woke up, literally from my bed, I can just see the ocean. So as soon as I opened my eyes, I saw the ocean. It was amazing. Our first morning, we check out the breakfast buffet. By the way, I think hotels with an opening like this are freaking scary and cool at the same time. I always think I'm going to fall out drunk when a gust of wind hits. Anyways, no short sleeves are allowed at the breakfast buffet as they do have a dress code. I learned the hard way and had to go back to the room to change. Not sure about that one as it's kind of on the beach, but whatever, their house, their rules. The breakfast food was pretty good, plenty of options, and they did slightly change it up in the 5 days we were here by adding a few different options. You have the standard Mexican food, omelet and burrito stations, and some American food for your kids that don't eat anything other than chicken nuggets. The same place turns into a decent dinner buffet with meats, pasta stations, and desserts. If you have children and a bigger family, just the food aspect of all-inclusive resorts will be worth it for you. During the day when the buffets close, there is a small area to get hamburgers, fries, hot dogs, and nachos. This comes in handy as everyone gets hungry after some pool time and a few beers. In the late afternoon, the hotel opens a taco restaurant that actually serves some really good traditional style tacos and an Italian themed restaurant where Super Mario serves you pastas, minus the first thing, of course. There's also a room service with about 3 menu items that you can get delivered to your room. The resort was very strict on masks and dress codes. You can order a drink even outside without a mask. Now, going back to the beer, this resort and most of them, but not all, will serve one type of draft beer, not always cold, and in my case, the mixed drinks weren't that good or barely had alcohol. Sometimes a good tip does help. It's to be expected though, and again, depending on if you're paying a lot more for an all-inclusive, this might not be the case as I have not checked out every single all-inclusive in Mexico. We paid under $1,000 per person. The wait might be long at these bars as many thirsty vacationers wait for their drinks, but after like 7 or 8 drinks, no matter how crappy or weak they are, you'll eventually get buzzed. Quick tip, don't use the ATMs at these resorts. They have horrible fees. Instead, get money with your debit card at the airport's Mexican bank ATMs or exchange booths around town. If you're an older couple or without kids, maybe you should instead go to an adult-only all-inclusive because kids are allowed and they poop in the pools. Plan your time when you're going to stay at an all-inclusive. This is really important. We made the mistake of coming here around the New Year's right after Christmas when the resort is at its craziest of the whole year. It was hard to get any service with dozens of people waiting around the lobby and all bars. It was a nightmare all the way until the 2nd of the new year when it calmed down and service got back to normal. The first day we arrived, we couldn't get room service to our rooms and they ran out of baby cribs, which as you can imagine can be frustrating. The hotel closed the pool on the 31st to prepare for the New Year's party. All the resorts in the area offered either a free New Year event or one that you had to pay extra for. Here you would pay per table, but around 8 to 10 people could fit around it. The event was pretty awesome though, as the staff did everything to make your New Year a memorable one. There was an amazing buffet, again with pretty long lines, but that offered diverse types of food and amazing grilled seafood and meats. You got 1 bottle of alcohol per table included, you could always buy more, and again they brought out beer, this time colder and in a can. There were dancers, music, and best of all, amazing fireworks at the end. This was a pretty good time. Included with our resort package is also a COVID test before you depart. A word of caution, you actually have to book your time slots for this 2 to 3 days ahead of time. Don't wait for last minute, as they do run out of time slots. A nearby doctor has to come in to the hotel for this. We didn't know and got the last time slot 1 day before we had to leave. As you would have imagined, there are long lines here as well. So, is it worth it? It's worth it if you have a family. This will save you the headache of going somewhere to eat. Everything is in one place. You will save money and be more relaxed. If you plan to mostly stay at the hotel and not adventure too much, it's worth it for you. But if you want to travel around and really see Mexican culture or traditions, then of course it won't be. And lastly, if you're looking for amazing or unique food options, this ain't it. If you want real traditional Mexican food, you will have to adventure further. In other words, if you're here to relax, get an all-inclusive. If you want to try new things and adventure, skip it. Our first out-of-country adventure since COVID is ending. It's been a blast. Puerto Vallarta was amazing. Beautiful, beautiful place. Mascota, San Sebastian. We are very excited that we took Emma on her first international out-of-country trip. We are very excited to get back into the travel game. It's been a very long 2 years of COVID. Here's hoping that things get better and we get back more frequently on the road to travel. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next adventure.